Greetings everyone and welcome to Keeping Up with Papa, Life After Work, where we find out how one man manages to keep himself busy, physically active, and mentally engaged after retirement with projects. Today's project, well, we are in our camper and our shade refuses to go back up. This is not going to be fun. Check it out. Welcome back. And hey, a little backstory for you. So we recently completed a 9-week trip across country in our camper. About halfway across, we realized that this shade would no longer retract back up into the top. So we had about a 2-week stay over in California, and at that time I researched what might be wrong with it. I called the manufacturer. They walked me through how to pull it down out from underneath this valance up here. I was successful in doing that and determined that there was, in fact, with the manufacturer's help, a bad spring inside. So I ordered the replacement spring, had it sent back here to Florida, and now that I'm back home and have some time, it's time to pull it down and see if we can fix it. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to do my best in a few minutes to show you exactly how this is put together up top. It's actually pretty simple, but it's also very difficult to get in there. The way it works is there's a rail that these two shades are mounted on that runs all the way across the valance here. And then there are 3 clips, 1, 2, 3, that are screwed to the wood up top. The concept is very simple. The rail just snaps into those clips. But getting your hands up in here to get to those clips is next to impossible. So I have come up with a handy dandy tool, which is this long piece of metal used to put sockets on. And when I was in California, I was able to get up in there and hit those clips and knock them free, break them free. So we're going to see if we can get that to work again now. The last time I actually had to pull this shade way down to get enough clearance in there, and it's just barely enough to get the shade up in there to do it. This part's relatively easy. Putting it back up there is a bit of a nightmare. Okay, hat's got to come off. There's clip number 1. There's a lot of heat coming off this window. Let's take an actual look at this. So there is the clip. And just by pushing that, it unclips. Alright, so that's what they look like. Shoot. Alright. Hey, I think we got it. All right. There's the clips up top. Here's the rail. Pretty simple concept. And then this is the bad, somewhere on one side or the other is the bad spring. Now I have a video that the company sent me on how to change this out. So I'll be taking this whole assembly down to the garage, trying to lay it out on a table or two, get the spring put in, and then see if we can get it readjusted back to where it belongs. before I put it back up top. You can't adjust it after it goes up top. The adjustments are done on the ends, on the two ends of the assembly beforehand. Let's run it down to the garage and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Okay, we have made it down to the garage, and after 25 minutes or so of me trying to figure out where I put the spring, set up a couple of tables, and let's see if we can unroll all of this and perhaps make it work. Now, the manufacturer of this is MCD, and they have some nice videos on how to disassemble this. This piece is coming out already. I think I kind of bent it a little bit when I was working on it before, so I'll have to bend that back. Yeah, I can see there where it's out of alignment. So we start off first removing these set screws. Now, the video shows that the spring is on this end. This is a new spring, by the way, hopefully, and an auto stop on the other end. So let's just see, taking a hex, set the stop screw. Over there, pull this guy off, and supposedly you can grab a hold of that and pull it right out. Now, I kind of doubt it's going to be that easy. It was for him on the video. He said to get a pair of pliers. All right, there you go. Oh yeah, that thing spun around. So, I will tell you that comparing the old one to the new one, nothing to me appears to be broken. Stretched out a little further. I don't see anything wrong with it. But these are keyed, so it should go back in like so. It'll only go in one way. So spin it until it goes. Just take a quick look at that. I don't trust it. Yeah, the keying occurs on this end. There you go. Slips right in. Okay. Fixed? I don't know. The other challenge we've got is just how I get these rolled back up properly. It's going to be very, very interesting to try and do that. So I'm going to slip this back into here. Guide that one in. Guide that one in. And then reset the set screw. And then on the other end, I'm going to pull that bracket out and bend it back to where it's square. Alright, there we go. I don't know if you can really see this or not, but it's just a little bit off the square, so I'm going to take over the device and kind of bend it back in that direction. Okay, it really only took a little touch to get that top piece bent back in. That's the one that's falling out and not holding the white solid shade in place. Alright, so we're good on that end. Aren't we? Yes. Line these two up. Perfect. And then tighten back down the set screw. And I will will tell you that in theory that fixes it. The problem I have again is that all of this is completely out of alignment. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to loosen this back up again and take these out. In one of the videos I saw said to roll these all the way back up. So that's what I'm going to do. That is to maintain tension. And the problem is that the tension's already all messed up. But that's what those tension settings are for. And I don't know, maybe I should loosen the tension on the other one as well. Alright, so if I pick that up, nothing should fall out. And it's not. With the exception of the black one that's rolling down. And I have it all assembled, everything's straight. And what I did was I totally released tension on both of the springs on both of them. So when I picked this up and pulled it down, it just hung. It wouldn't go back up. So it turns out, based on an instructional video I've been watching, to increase the going up speed, which in this case is tension, on this side, facing it on the left side, there's a set screw here. And they talk on there about a black one on this side and a gray one on that side. That's not the case with mine. I've got two black ones. But this is the spring side. So by pushing, well, in their case, you push it in to do it. There's nothing happens here when I push it in. So you're essentially going to tighten the spring like this. And you're turning it clockwise. And by doing that, it locked, let go. It's going up really, really slow. This one, which I've adjusted a little bit, wouldn't go up at all before. I'm not entirely sure the spring was bad, but let's assume it was. So, see if we can get a little more tension on both of them. Okay, just doing these like 4 or 5 turns at a time. All right, let's see, the black one, it just doesn't want to go back up. Hand goes up. This one, it's sort of returning on its own. So I'm not sure if I should keep tightening it or not. I'm afraid I'm going to break a spring. But logically, looking at how these springs are built, that is what you're doing. You're tightening the spring on the inside. Yeah, this one definitely was messed up at that end. So try a couple more little turns here. If nothing else, I'm happy because I can at least now retract both of them. Oh, let's see, the black one. Let go. Surely doesn't want to rise. But it will rise. Solid shade, locks, and it goes up at a slow but slightly faster speed. Which leads me to believe I need to tighten it more. That's making me nervous at this point. So I'm going to try it one more time on the white one. Okay. See if it improves anything or not. If it does, I'll do the same thing to the black. Oh yeah, that worked nice. actually probably a little bit too fast, and that now you adjust by backing this spring back off. So I just split the difference on that one. Let's see if we made any progress on the back stuff. It's moving up by itself. It locks, moves up by itself. Tiny bit more on the black one. That's the white one. That's a good speed for the white one. And a very good speed for the black one. So now there's also a setting for how high it goes up into its nest up here. That's on the right side. So I'm going to take a quick moment here, watch the video, see about that adjustment. Alright, so clockwise on this end drops the height of the shape. So let's start off a few turns clockwise. That's actually kind of where I'd like to see it be, right? Let's do the same thing on the black one. I don't want it all the way up under that valence. I want to be where I can grab it easily. So, black one, definitely too high. Making some progress. I can feel tension changes there. A little better. So I've got this and this. Valence is about here. I may drop them both, maybe another half a turn, a little more. See what happens. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Come on up, little lady. Okay. See that that's pretty good right there, but I need to tighten back up a little more speed on the solid shape. So with it adjusted on the other end, it comes up in a nice spot. Decent return speed. Same thing with this one. Working shades. Now the big challenge is getting them back in those tracks. That is not easy. Let's go give it a shot. And here comes the part that I've been dreading the whole time, putting this thing back. The last time it was just tough. What I had to do was pull the shades down. There's so little space in here with these rolled up. Had to pull the shades down and get my hand up in there to help put the clips in place. Plus one of the clips was badly misaligned and loose. I've just tightened that up. So what I think I'm going to do this time, there's the flashlight. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down in the lock position, pull this one down in the lock position, and then slip these in. Probably knock that flashlight over, let's see. Drop them down, and that gives me some space for my hands to get in there. And I can use that bracket, that base there, hopefully, to hold it in place. I don't know whether to do that one first, or that one first. Last time, I think I did one of the end ones first. So, let me try it. It's got to be just rocked into place perfectly on the back of the clip and then the front of the clip. I didn't like to do it. There has to be a trick to this. Look at that. That's come out. Great. And that's what happened to me before, and that's how the other thing that's how it got bent the first time. Just be putting that back in. But it stayed, so. Clips are in place. I just checked this one, it works fine. So that happened, which I did not want to have happen. The problem with this is it's going to mount right about there. And I don't know how far down this exactly was. So I'm comparing it to the other one, which would have been slightly above that one. And I'm making a best guess. And these brackets under here are not designed to do what I'm about to do. And this is how that bracket got bent out of whack first time. Hopefully, the spring is set where the spring was set and it'll come back up. Alright. A lot faster than what I want. Gotta think if I can adjust that or not. Or I can just live with it the way it is. The location's fine. Just goes up fast. You know what? I love it. I think it looks great. So, success. All put back together, working fine. A little fast, but I can live with it. Well, that's it. Another project successfully completed. Thanks for watching, and by the way, if you have a better way to do this, please let me know, other than removing the valence, because the valence won't come off until all of this is out of the way. So this is the way I had to do it. Please remember to like and share and subscribe, and hey, I will see you next time on Keeping Up with Papa, Life After Work. Papa out.